All right, this is pretty simple. I talk about this all the time, but we're all adults here, so it is what it is. Sex and business are the same damn thing. It's just what we're looking at today. You got to ask yourself a question. Do you want to get laid, or are you looking for a relationship? I'm going to explain why you guys have such a hard time with the invitation or talking about your business, which is crucial. In the last video, I talked about that all you have to do is look at, you're talking to 30 people a month. One person comes in, you showed value, and all these things are synergistic, right? I mean, we're talking about the 3 C's, we're talking about the business model, all that. It's really just, this business is just meant to have a conversation with people. It's just meant to have a conversation with people presenting value. They decide where they're coming in. So what are you selling all the time? You. Where's the biggest benefit of learning how to sell yourself? Trying to get laid or trying to build a relationship. Sorry if that offends some of you guys. You're not thick enough of a skin for business. This is something to think about. I have always been huge on communication. As a retired cop, during my time as a police officer, you have to think about it. If I pulled you over and I said, I was just had an attitude, get the hell out of your car, what's your problem? Give me your effing license. There's gonna be a botch in communication with us, right? All of my traffic stops sounded the same. Every single one of them. Didn't matter if I knew that the driver was going to have attitude, because lawfully they can't have attitude. It's First Amendment right? But I would go up to the car and say, I am Officer So-and-so with the so-and-so police department. Listen, do me a favor. You have a heavy foot. I know you got to go somewhere fast. Give me your license, would you? I'm going to detain you for about 7 minutes here, because I'm going to go through this process of, checking you out. And as long as you clear, I'm going to write you a written warning and get you out of here. I know this is a pain in the ass, but I got to do this, my job. All right, just slow down. I talk to people like they're human beings. That was extremely successful with me for my career. But there was also times when I needed to tell people, sit down and shut the fuck up. You had to address people with the language they needed at that time. Same thing in your business. The biggest thing that I'm going to post on a lot of people, and some of you really will understand this, is your embarrassing insecurities in your relationship and how you communicate them. Also, how you react to them. Remember, every invite has what? 2 people at least. You're reaching out to somebody, you're inviting them. So you have to ask, a lot of you are having failure. Hey, John, can you come see my business? And, oh, no, I don't want to see that pyramid scheme. Why not? You have botched communication. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out an analogy for relationships, and I want you to look at how this could apply for your business, for the invite and conveying your message for your business. One of the biggest things that we all have as adults are sexual fetishes, right? Or if you're in a relationship, you have to look at it. When you want to go out into a bar that night and you want to get laid, you don't walk up to a girl and say, hey, I'm into clowns and chickens and, dangling from the ceiling while singing Ethel Merman show tunes, and I really want to do that to you tonight. You can, but you know that the substantiality of trying to continue a relationship like that is probably not going to be based long unless you meet somebody of an equal value. So trying to invite everybody who's equal like you from the invite pool, it's not possible. So what do? You have to start a connection based on authenticity, based on morals and ethics and integrity and influence and positivity, not manipulation, not deceit, not trying to get posturing to get somebody to do something just for your benefit, right? And over time, it could be a month, it could be 3 years, it could be that you're going to run into a roadblock. A lot of us are on our best behavior in laid or sales, right? Because this is a sale, it's a transaction, that's what we're looking to do. And we give people what we think they want to hear. We're not looking at the psychology of being the most genuine version of ourselves. Most of you wind up connecting with me on social media because ever since I've been on social media, I'm exactly who I say I am in public and private. That's just different. I went a different route. But if you're meeting somebody off the bat for the first time, there's going to be an allure of, I don't know what this person is. When you get to the point, right, you're dating, you're in love, you're committed, you're building a relationship, a sales, a transaction has been done, but now you want to go in depth, build your team, build your whole organization, you want some authenticity behind it, and you decide to come home that night, right? It's you and it's Susie or Jane or Dave, I don't care who it is, and you're like, hey, we've been together for a while, you're scared, you're terrified, because you want to let her know You want to let him know that you've got this fetish for wearing the lampshade and then just kazooing or blowing a harmonica in the bedroom while Star Wars is playing, and you just cannot, you can't believe that you've been sitting on this all this time. Oh my God, you just want to tell somebody how just, pouring motor oil all over you, and the threat of calling the police is going to make you have a better time in the bedroom than anything else. Whatever your deepest, darkest fetish is. And then you're going to try to present that to your partner. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you about this. Here's how most of you deal with this. Number one, you don't say anything. You keep it to yourselves. And I'm trying to show you the analogy of how relationships do fit with business, authenticity, integrity. So many of you will never say anything to your partner because of fear of embarrassment. I know countless men and women who are in relationships. They will tell their therapist, their best friend, strangers about what their deepest, darkest secret is, but they won't bring it to their partner. No trust, no connection, because it's how the partner reacts. If you go home, hey, Holly, I really, really, really want to run around the house tonight with a pair of your thongs on my head. I really do. And then she goes, what the hell is wrong with you? Oh my God, if I had known that this is what you were into, I would never have dated you. Never have dated you. This is what you're afraid of. And if some of you felt that, how many women have simply tried to spice up their relationships by going to Fredericks of Hollywood or Victoria's Secret, bought something so that they thought was so sexy, made themselves feel so sexy, did their hair up, lost some weight, I don't care what they did, come home and the husband's like, oh yeah, that's nice. And it wasn't the reaction they expected. You shut down. When Susie reacts to the way that you're talking about something and she's in complete disarray and complete betrayal, and I can't believe this, you shut down. This is the exact analogy of what happens when you wind up going after your prospects and you invite and you put yourself out there in vulnerability. You shut down based on their reaction. Imagine, and this is what I want you as the leader to think about when you're bringing anything when anything is brought to you from a problem to a challenge, it's how you react. I'm dating. Somebody comes in. Hey, I want to just steal your car tonight, and I want to take the battery out, bring it into the bedroom, hook it up to my blah, blah. Hey, listen, I don't understand that. I want to know everything about what your mind and how the psychology of it sounds different. Tell me about it. I want to share this with you. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit intimidated. I'm a little bit insecure, but I want you to hold my hand and walk me through this, and let's have a discussion with this. Everything from being a child, getting caught stealing a cookie out of a cookie jar and getting your hand slapped to where you're now 5 years old and you stole something and your mom says, you steal my pen? No. You hide. Every one of us hides. I will tell you this. One of the biggest benefits for network marketing that you learn is everybody talks about, I don't give a shit about what somebody thinks about me, this and that, and everybody applies that to me. It's not the case. What the case is being so confident in yourself, not egotistical, but so confident in yourself that you have this feeling of liberation that no matter what I say that I'm into, I don't like pineapple on pizza. I don't like mayonnaise on my sandwich. I don't like this. And people are like, oh my God. It's like, it's just me. It's just who I am. When you understand that somebody's reaction to your truth, it can't hurt you, but it can disappoint you, but it can't hurt you. The limitlessness of where you're going to go in life is huge. That's why network marketing, believe it or not, in my opinion, is a stronger character builder than anything else, because you're forced to contact and invite. And so many of you are terrified with that aspect of it. You don't want to be judged. I dealt with it for the first 12 years of this business, especially when I left law enforcement. You couldn't make it in law enforcement. You went back to that pyramid scam thing. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm embarrassed now. But when I sat there and realized their opinions can't hurt me, They could emotionally disappoint me, but whatnot, but they can't hurt me. Everything changed. Think about what I said about the concept. You know, this is sex and business are the same thing, and I can come up with a ton of analogies for how to talk to women at bar, because it is masculine energy. This is a very, very, very masculine energy when it comes down to leadership. And you see a lot of successful women who are alphas in this. Do you want to get laid, or do you want to build a relationship? We want to build a relationship, right? We don't want the sales. We don't want the transactions. We want the longevity in a big team business. And it's all about being vulnerable. It's all about being open, and it's all about being truthful and accepting the way that you handle your insecurities and dealing with them and conveying them to others as well as winding up, listening to other people and taking their information and processing it with grace, with processing with open mind and interest, because that's what you want in the long run. See you in the next video.